Module 3, Explaining, Measuring Pulse and Respiration. Pulse is the number of heartbeats or pulses felt in 1 minute. Find the pulse by placing your first 2 or 3 fingers against the client's radial artery. That is the artery on the thumb side of the patient's wrist. Use a watch or clock with a second hand as you count. One option is to count the beats for 30 seconds, then multiply the number you get by 2. Or you can count beats for 1 minute. Pulse rate varies by age, so the normal ranges also vary by age. Here are the pulse ranges according to age. As you can see in this table, the average range for an adult's pulse is 60 to 100 beats per minute. Tachycardia is when the heart rate is too fast, above 100 beats per minute for an adult. Bradycardia is when the heart rate is too slow, below 60 beats per minute for an adult. Other words are also used to describe pulse. When you take a client's pulse, the rhythm or force should be regular. A pulse may be strong or full. If it is hard to feel, you might describe it as weak, thready, or feeble. The rhythm might be regular or irregular. You will record your client's pulse on your notepad or assignment sheet. Weak, irregular pulse, 55 beats per minute. You should report any abnormal pulse readings to a nurse at once. An abnormal pulse is higher or lower than the normal range for the age of the client, or if it is higher or lower than the normal range for that client. Respirations refer to the number of breaths a person takes per minute. You should count respirations when a patient is at rest. Position the patient so you can see chest rise and fall. It's best if the person doesn't know you are counting respirations. Count right after taking a pulse. Leave fingers or stethoscope over pulse site. Count chest rise and fall for 30 seconds and multiply by 2. As you can see from this table, healthy adults have 12 to 20 respirations per minute, while newborn babies breathe much more quickly at 30 to 60 times in a minute. Again, report any abnormal readings to a supervisor. In the activities below, you will practice deciding whether or not a pulse rate or respiratory rate is outside of the normal range and should be reported. Try it out. Let's get started.